Hey, thanks everybody for joining us. Live Music Nation Podcast Festival Edition. Today we are with Phil Frye. He is with Oktoberfest. They are in South Carolina. Phil, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate
Hey,
the opportunity.
Phil, give me a little background on you. Where'd you grow up? Talk just a little bit about your career and your family while I'm eating my animal crackers.
I was born about 45 miles west of here, 45 miles west of here in a little town. Um, I've been blessed to have been able to travel quite a bit. And people ask me, where you from? And I said, I was Middle Street. And they said, where's Middle Street? And I said, between Front Street and Back Street. And that's a play on words, but it's the truth. There was a little mill town of about 1,500 people. Textile mills was very prominent in the South through until the industry moved away, cotton and everything else. And the mill was on Front Street, and there was two other streets of mill houses, company store, all of that good stuff. And I was born in one of those houses.
Oh, wow.
So, and managed to matriculate through high school. My dad was a minister, and locally through a number of years, moving practically every year for some time, from one mill village to the other. And to the point of festivals, I guess, coming from the South as a young person, I had no idea there was any Southern gospel music and or country music. So those were large influences on me growing up. In high school, I played all the sports I could, hopefully to get out of class sometime. And band and all that happy stuff. Left high school way too early. I wasn't mature enough to go to college, but I thought I was. But that led to Vietnam era. I joined the Marines, spent my time there, and came back home. I've always had, for lack of a better term, an entrepreneurial spirit, and launched a company of my own with various degrees of success, and had the opportunity. I was an air traffic controller until there was a strike in '81, and then found out that I had to get a job. I had kids to feed, so being involved with kids sports, one of the other coaches over there said their company was looking for someone, and it just happened to be cleaning products, restaurants and hotels, that type of thing. And this was in South Florida. And so I took that and had a degree of success, but looked out the window of the car one day and saw that there was a bunch of cruise ships out there, and had the idea that maybe they needed to buy soap from somebody. It might as well be me. And knocked on the doors for a long time, finally got an opportunity. So I spent the next 25 years or so in the cruise industry, and we developed the cleaning and sanitation. Exciting things like washing dishes and cleaning toilets and doing laundry. But we did manage to expand that to a global operation.
Yeah, but you provided a service for people that was needed, and that's really what working is all about,
Yeah, and there was a lot of success with that. But everything has a cycle, and there was a corporate buyout, and the business model that we had working, the new company wanted to do it differently, and coupled with that, my dad unfortunately had developed dementia, Alzheimer's. Mom was caretaker, and coupled with that, I had actually transferred to live in Germany from a travel standpoint that made life easier, and I'll leave it short with that.
All right, let's jump into Oktoberfest. Give us the skinnies on it. When is it and where is it?
It is the first weekend in October, as a tradition, the end of Oktoberfest in Munich,
Okay.
where its origin is. And 4 years ago, when I took this position as director of the chamber, had started the wheels in motion to produce the first. And it's quite a risk. um, and from experiences that I'd had, I faced the issue of people say, well, why do we have to spend that much money to do something, or on this and that, the other? Bottom line is this, and I said, anytime you do something for the first time, you can either have success or failure. Any corner you cut gives you exponential chance for failure.
Gotcha. Gotcha. No, that's perfect.
So we proceeded, and I'll be brief and say that the first one, we had about 2,000 people show up, and we made a profit. And I was asked at the time, do you consider it success, by some of the locals? And I said, look around you, look at all the people. I said, but in answer to your question, the term success is measured in what? Sustainability. So if the good Lord lets me live long enough to attend the 20th annual Oktoberfest, and the key word is attend, not run it, that will be a success.
There you go. There you go. Phil, 3 questions I always ask. What does it look like? What does it smell like? And what does it sound like? Let's start with smell. What kind of foods are there? What are people going to smell?
All different kinds of fair foods, etc. But of course, we try to concentrate on themes of bratwurst and German pretzels, and beer goes with that.
It does. So does sauerkraut. Yep.
And sounds, unlike in Kansas, where you have a more ethnic derivative of Germans, not that many here. There's some from immigration, whatever, but not nearly what it is in the Midwest. But finding appropriate bands that do polka music, oompa, traditional German type. But I've been able to seek them out, and we traditionally we've had 2 or 3 of those, along with other blends of music that more like the area, obviously reaching to attract as many genres and audience as we can. Yep,
that's smart. I like that concept. I love that concept. Hey, Phil, I got 2 more questions for you. I always ask this question because I am in live music and live entertainment. I always like to survey the next. Phil, you've seen a wide part of the country. You've seen foreign. I want to know, what's the best concert you've ever been to?
Best concert I've ever been to. Woo. Good question. I'd have to say that back in the 70s, I went to Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons at a theme park.
Oh, that would be awesome, man. I'm all with you on that one. That'd be awesome. Okay. All right. Dead or alive, you could bring one musical act to your Oktoberfest, knowing that it's going to bring hundreds of thousands of people into your town, commerce, you're going to capitalize on it. Who you bringing in?
Number 1 would be Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin Brothers.
Ooh, yes. Deep in the South with the Gatlin Brothers. Absolutely. That would, okay. I'll give you number 2. Who's number 2?
It's going to blow your mind. Mo Pitney.
Hey, there you go. There you go. That's perfect. That's perfect. Phil, how do people?
And number 3 is the Malpas Brothers.
That's funny. Phil, how do people find out more about your events there?
We have a website, blythewoodchamber.com. Of course, there's Facebooks that go with that. And embedded is the event itself. It's on page Facebook. We started this past year, Chris Kendall mark on the European tradition, and we do in the springtime a rib fest. And the rib
That's
fest, we only being in the South, and unlike out where everything is pork here, and we had 10,000 pounds of ribs. And speaking of the smell,
there you go. There you go. There you go. Very good, Phil. I appreciate you being on with us. We got to run, but I appreciate your time, man.
Thank you, Jake, and I look forward to it.
Absolutely.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine.